Uganda's geography, its regional history, and its evolving security needs have shaped a unique path toward building a modern air defense system. To understand Uganda's air defense today, you need to look at how the country has moved from basic ground-based systems to a more structured and strategic approach focused on protecting its skies. Uganda may not be the first country that comes to mind when discussing air power in Africa, but behind the scenes, the nation has been investing in new technologies, upgrading its aircraft, and creating an air defense network designed to protect national borders, stop illegal incursions, and reinforce regional stability. Uganda sits at the heart of East Africa, surrounded by Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and close to the strategic Great Lakes region. This position makes airspace security important, not just for national defense, but for peacekeeping operations, anti-terror missions, and regional cooperation. The Uganda People's Defense Force Air Force, known as UPDFAF, has been at the center of the nation's defense strategy over the last 2 decades. Uganda has shifted from an army-first approach to a balanced force structure where the Air Force protects the sky while supporting ground troops. Uganda's modern air defense effort began with aircraft modernization. The country started by acquiring training aircraft, helicopters, and later upgraded combat platforms. But the real backbone of air defense isn't only fighter jets. It's early warning systems, radar coverage, ground-based missiles, and air-to-air capability. Uganda gradually developed this network by partnering with foreign defense industries, learning from other African air forces, and integrating locally trained personnel. One of the most strategic decisions Uganda took was investing in radar systems for air surveillance. In a region where airspace can be unpredictable due to conflict zones and unregulated aircraft movements, radar coverage allows Uganda to detect, track, and identify incoming aircraft. Observers believe Uganda maintains multiple ground-based radar installations designed to monitor strategic locations, including the central region where the government operates, the western border near Congo, and areas linked to national infrastructure. Alongside radar, Uganda's air defense includes surface-to-air weapons. While Uganda does not openly reveal the exact specifications of all its systems, analysts point toward a combination of short-range air defense platforms, man-portable air defense systems, and mobile launch vehicles capable of targeting low-flying aircraft or drones. These systems are essential for protecting infantry, military bases, and key national assets such as airports, power stations, and oil projects. Uganda's expanding petroleum industry has increased the importance of protecting critical infrastructure. With oil production projects in the western region, securing the airspace around exploration sites and pipelines has become a national priority. Another component of Uganda's strategy has been helicopter modernization. The Air Force has upgraded transport helicopters, attack helicopters, and support platforms used in peacekeeping missions. Uganda has deployed forces under the African Union in Somalia, and the experience gained fighting against militant groups gave Uganda a clearer understanding of modern warfare. Air defense isn't only about defending against fighter jets, it's also about countering drones, rockets, and irregular threats on the battlefield. Uganda has been training its ground units in air defense tactics to increase survivability during operations. To strengthen its capabilities, Uganda has built military partnerships with defense suppliers from Russia, China, and other states. These partnerships helped Uganda gain access to aircraft upgrades, spare parts, radar systems, and training academies. Uganda has also worked closely with neighboring African air forces for capacity building and joint exercises. Cooperation with Kenya and Tanzania in civil aviation safety has indirectly supported military airspace management, improving the ability to coordinate flights, track traffic, and respond to emergencies. One of the most interesting aspects of Uganda's air defense is its approach to training. Instead of relying only on foreign pilots or imported expertise, Uganda has invested in local pilot training schools, aviation colleges, and military academies specializing in radar operation and air traffic control. This training strategy reduces dependence on foreign advisors, increases national capacity, and ensures long-term sustainability. Building a serious air defense system isn't only about buying hardware. It requires a generation of engineers, technicians, radar specialists, software experts, and pilots capable of operating advanced equipment. Today, Uganda's air defense idea is based on three pillars: awareness, readiness, and modernization. Awareness means knowing what is happening in the airspace. Readiness means being able to respond quickly to threats. Modernization means advancing from basic systems to more sophisticated technologies over time. This approach explains why Uganda has been investing in drone detection technology and low-altitude radar. Around the world, the rise of drone warfare has changed air defense thinking. Small drones are cheap, silent, and dangerous in conflict zones. As Uganda continues to support missions in Somalia and increase its border surveillance, protecting the country from drone threats is becoming a critical goal. Uganda's Air Force has also been focusing on digital command and control systems. Instead of using separate, isolated platforms, modern militaries integrate radar data, communication tools, and aircraft tracking into one digital network. This allows officers in command centers to see the full airspace picture and make quick decisions. Over time, Uganda is expected to enhance this network with satellite-based communication and modern encryption systems. While Uganda's capabilities are modest compared to global military powers, it is important to understand the national strategy in context. Uganda does not need a massive fleet of fighter jets to defend its airspace. What it needs is a reliable system that matches its territory, economy, and mission profile. The country's primary focus is counterterrorism, border defense, and peacekeeping support. This means helicopters, ground forces, and radar are more valuable than high-cost, high-maintenance fighter jets. Uganda's defense modernization is connected to economic growth. As national infrastructure expands from new highways to energy projects, securing the airspace becomes essential for development. No investments can succeed without stability. That is why the government prioritizes security as a foundation for economic transformation. When oil, tourism, infrastructure, mining projects, and transport corridors increase, foreign companies need safety assurances. Air defense becomes part of the national development plan. Another key factor is the growing presence of civil aviation. Uganda wants to become a regional aviation hub, with airports capable of handling international flights and cargo operations. Air traffic management must be coordinated with military airspace control to avoid incidents and ensure safety. Secure skies make Uganda more attractive for airlines, investors, and travelers. Looking ahead, Uganda is expected to evolve its air defense system in several ways. First, increased radar coverage that provides better real-time tracking capability across the entire country. Second, enhanced short-range air defense systems that can counter drones and low-altitude threats. Third, cooperation with regional defense partners through joint exercises and shared intelligence platforms. Fourth, the gradual introduction of modern air defense software, including artificial intelligence tools that help operators analyze data faster. There is also strong potential for Uganda to develop local defense industries in the future. Countries that build their own spare parts, sensors, and basic UAV platforms reduce their reliance on imports. Uganda's engineering universities have begun research projects focused on aviation, electronics, software, and drone technology. While these projects are small, they represent the early stage of a self-sustaining defense ecosystem. In the broader African context, Uganda is part of a new wave of nations upgrading their defense posture. As technology becomes more affordable and accessible, even smaller air forces can build effective systems tailored to their needs. Uganda's air defense journey shows how strategic planning, training, and gradual modernization can shape a capable defense network without requiring enormous budgets. It highlights the importance of determination, knowledge transfer, and international cooperation. Uganda's air defense system today is stronger, more organized, and more prepared than ever before. Although much of the country's defense activities are not publicly advertised, the progress is visible in training programs, regional operations, radar installations, and the evolution of the UPDF Air Force. The coming years will likely bring more upgrades, smarter systems, and a greater emphasis on aerial surveillance. As Uganda rises economically, its air defense will continue to grow in importance, symbolizing national sovereignty and the determination to protect its skies.